ChatGPT is the most advanced chatbot we've ever seen as consumers, and I've seen countless TikToks of people using it for everything. Even Linus used it to build a PC. However, no one has ever asked it to build a setup. I went to ChatGPT and I said I need to build a streaming setup for a video and I have no idea which parts to buy. Now the first response I got was building a setup can be very challenging, but here are a few things to consider. So I thought this is gonna be a breeze. However, I couldn't be more wrong. Now something you couldn't be more wrong about is paying a designer for a stream design. It is extremely expensive, most of them deliver pretty poor quality, and you could just use the sponsor of today's video, which is Owned Pro. Owned Pro is a free OBS Studio plugin that has a bunch of stream design packages all ready to install in one click. A few of their packages are always free, and then if you upgrade the plugin, you get access to hundreds of stream designs that are all animated, they have overlays, they have alerts, they have labels for recent follower, top donation, all that stuff. Even things like a countdown timer, and for one subscription you get access to all of those packages. So you can just switch between all of them and then see which one you like, and that way your stream is never gonna be boring and it's way cheaper than paying a designer. With my code TVN you get 50% off the price. The link will be on top of the description and also right here on the screen. If you want to check out the free OBS Studio plugin Owned Pro, you should click on that link and check it out for free. So after I did ask the AI to build me a setup, it said here are a few things to consider. Immediately after that, it said the processor. This is the brain of the computer, and I thought, oh no, I need streaming parts, not a PC to stream. And then after giving me half of a PC part list, it suddenly stopped giving me PC parts, and then it started giving me some random hardware options for a streaming setup. And the part list also wasn't very useful. I mean, it said microphone. A good microphone is essential. Shocker. A webcam is necessary for adding a video component to your streams. Now at this point I closed my laptop and I was ready to give up on this video idea. However, I came up with a solution. I decided to single out just the microphone and I asked it to give me one good budget USB streaming mic and to give me one option to buy. And finally it said, sure, I can recommend the Blue Snowball Ice as a good budget option for a USB microphone for streaming. So I got the microphone, the Blue Snowball Ice. Now at this point I became a bit too confident in the AI's intelligence because I thought as long as I single out things, it's going to understand whatever I ask it. So what I said was, I want to look sharp on stream but not so sharp that people can see how bad my skin looks. Which camera should I buy? And let me tell you, it was thinking for a while, but then it replied with something not so perfect. As you can see, it couldn't really figure out my question, so it just resorted to giving me some general camera advice. It started talking about resolution, frame rate, low light performance. However, then under that it gave me three options: the Logitech C920, the Logitech C922, and then the Razer Kaijo. However, I cannot choose myself, I want the AI to choose for me. So then I asked, can you give me a specific webcam model to buy for streaming? I'm really bad at making choices. And who would have expected, it gave me the same three webcams. Now I was getting pissed, so I said give me one webcam to buy, just one. And well, it did, but it was the most generic choice ever, the Logitech C920. But I'm gonna put it over here together with the microphone for a second because I want to build this desk first. Now while choosing this desk, I almost broke the AI. I simply asked it for a desk that was available on Amazon Netherlands, and it gave me a $550 desk, an electric standing desk. Now it wasn't bad, but it was way too expensive, and it also wasn't available on Amazon Netherlands, which was the only thing I asked. Now this next part is where I broke the AI. So I said give me a desk to buy available on Amazon.nl and less than $300. Now I'm not sure what I did wrong, but the response was a Vivo dual monitor desk stand. Now this is a monitor arm, not even a desk, but then the AI also said, please note that this is a desk mount, not a traditional desk. So I thought, what? It is designed to hold two monitors, but it does not include a surface for a keyboard or other equipment. Like, the AI clearly lost it. I'm not sure how it tied all the strings together and said like, hey, here's a monitor arm, but but it does not include the surface for your keyboard. So what I did was I said, give me a desk to buy. And surprise, surprise, ChatGPT gave me 3 options. It really loves to give 3 options instead of just 1. However, the first one was an unavailable desk, the second one was the monitor arm, and then the third one, that one was perfect. This is the desk it gave me. It's from Webcam and it's a corner desk. However, I'm really afraid that it's not gonna be deep enough, which is the case with a lot of Amazon desks, Wish.com desks. However, we're gonna check it out. Oh my, ChatGPT didn't think about the building experience. This here is the complete wrong manual. It's absolutely useless. However, luckily I'm a pro at building IKEA stuff and this is just the same. The desk is almost done and it has this rotating thing on the bottom that's gonna make sure that this side part here can be rotated to the inside to save space and then to the outside, like if you want to use it, I guess. Okay, so the desk chosen by the AI is finished. However, this here is the ugly side. So I think we can just easily turn it like this. Let's see if I'm right. And I already destroyed my new false wall. And look at that, this fits much better. Now, my next interaction with ChatGPT kind of freaked me out, to be honest. You know, when you're chatting with a chatbot, you tell it some stuff, you ask some questions, and then after a few messages, you refer to something back in the conversation, and the chatbot has no idea what you're talking about, because it simply reacts to your last message. Well, that's something that's special about ChatGPT, because it remembers your whole past conversation, and then keep that all into account when spitting out an answer to you. Now, to understand what was kind of scary about my interaction, you need to understand that ChatGPT hasn't been programmed or isn't meant to make decisions for you. When you ask the AI to make a decision, it will tell you that it's not meant to make decisions, that it's only meant to give you information and then you choose what you do with it. This is probably a precaution. Like, imagine you're about to do a dangerous stunt and then you ask the AI, hey, I'm about to do this, should I or shouldn't I? Is it too dangerous? And then the AI says, no, go ahead, do it. Well, imagine you hurt yourself, then are the creators of the AI responsible? But I think this is part of the reason why they don't want the AI to make choices for you. So basically, I just asked the AI to give me 1 mouse to buy and it gave me 3 options like it usually does. Now, if I would have rephrased my question over and over and for example said, hey, tell me 1 budget mouse to buy, which budget mouse is the best right now? Eventually the answer to one of those questions would be 1 mouse. However, in this case, I said, well, you gave me 3 options, now choose 1. And it still gave me 3 options because it doesn't want to make a choice. However, then this is the crazy part. I wanted to trick the AI. What I said was, you leave me no choice, pick a number between 1 and 3. This way it would tell me number 1, 2 or 3 and that way I could kind of link it to the mouse. However, it realized I was trying to trick it and I was trying to do that. So look at this response because it's the second part that's crazy. Now the first part is normal. It said that it doesn't want to choose a number because it's not made to make choices. We already knew that, but in the second part, it told me I recommend considering the features and specifications of each of the mice. So the AI knew that I was trying to trick it into choosing one of the mice. Now, as I said before, you can still make it give you 1 option because I just kept rephrasing my question and I kept asking it for budget mice and then what to buy, and eventually it gave me the Logitech M185, which I've never heard of. And this here is the mouse. It's a simple, small, wireless computer mouse, but it's probably a great budget option. Now, we already have some great budget stuff here assembled by the AI. I think it's about time for the PC and the monitors and stuff. By the way, even though the webcam is kind of a boring choice because, well, this is one of the most popular webcams ever, it is a great choice for a budget streaming setup, and same thing counts for the monitors. I'm gonna use a side table here. Now, the reason that the AI made a great choice for the monitors is that usually when I choose screens for a streaming setup, I always try to go for a higher resolution because it's really useful, because it gives better quality for stream recordings, or that as a second monitor it's great to put a lot of programs on it. Nice stand. Really clean. Looks very gamer-like. But as I was saying, for a budget streaming setup, 1080p is definitely perfect. So when I asked ChatGPT to give me 2 monitors to buy, it gave me 2 24-inch 1080p monitors. Now, as a main monitor, if you're a gamer and definitely if you play FPS games, you might want to look into a 1080p 144Hz monitor because it makes a huge difference. Damn, look at this one. When I built my first setup ever, I would have loved a monitor like this, definitely with a red stand. And so the Acer KG1 Gaming. And now what's the name of this one? Ooh, this is an IPS panel. I'm gonna look at the price, but this one will probably look better since it's an IPS panel instead of a TN panel. Now, I think the second screen is kind of the same. It's also 1080p and the same brand. I think the biggest difference will be the stand, to be honest. Let's try to get a great feel. I think it doesn't really matter which screen I use as a main monitor, since they're both 1080p 60 Hz. I guess we can already put the webcam right here. The microphone can go on the side for now. Now I really want to test this setup, but the AI didn't tell me to buy a PC. Now I think we can use this one right here. This is a budget PC I built a while ago. I'm gonna build a new one on the channel very soon. This one was around $500. So this PC is gonna be perfect for our budget setup here. Now I was gonna put it right here in the corner. However, with these two screens, and as I said, the desk is a bit small, I don't think we'll have the space. Now this PC here only has one HDMI port, well, one in the graphics card. So I'm gonna have to plug the other one in the motherboard. I do not recommend this, but I built this PC during the times that PCs were extremely expensive during lockdown. The next budget PC I'm gonna build is also gonna be around $500, and it's definitely gonna be better than this one. I think it's time to plug everything in and then add the keyboard, and that's gonna be the final thing before we can test some stuff. All right, we have a problem. You might not see this at first, but these are all fake walls. Let me show you real quick, because this is the first video I'm filming in my new studio. This is all sound dampening material because my studio is located near a very busy street. As you can see, this here is the fake wall. I can already hear people outside, so it's definitely helping with all the sound dampening material on the inside. All the way on the back there, there's a power outlet. And so that power outlet should be right here in the corner actually, but we completely forgot to route it through. So I'm gonna have to get another power cable. Let's use this one because that's pretty long. I think we'll have to hide this cable by putting the screens very close to each other. The USB of the mouse is on the inside. Now this is a very normie mouse. I wouldn't really buy something like this for a budget setup, but the AI wanted us to, so we're gonna use this one. Gonna plug the USB in the PC, and then I guess it's time for the keyboard. Now I really want to install the keyboard and then also this video light here because I want to test the monitors, and ChatGPT really helped me with these ones because I asked it to give me a budget keyboard and it just spit this out. And then the same thing with the video light. I said give me one option, it gave me one option. It's the newer CN160. This really looks like a budget light, but that's great because we're building a very budget setup. However, we are going to have one big problem because, well, whoa, this is big. Look at how thick this light is. Most of these panels are like this thick. Okay, it needs AA batteries, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. 6. Now I didn't have 6 AA batteries. However, what I do have is this giant one. And I think that this is also gonna work. So let's try to plug it in and let's turn on the light. There we go, it does work. We're gonna have to change the color filter, however. I think there are better budget options for lights. Let me quickly check the price. Here it is. It was $31. It also has almost 10,000 reviews on Amazon, really good ones. So maybe this is a good option, but as I said before, we have a big problem because ChatGPT didn't tell me to buy a desk stand, so I have no option to mount this right here. So I'm gonna have to try to balance it on my screen, which is probably not gonna work. I'm gonna put it on the PC here for now, but maybe I have to look for a desk stand here. This is another example of ChatGPT really looking out for the budget for us, because if I would make a budget setup, I would probably buy the cheapest RGB keyboard. However, you definitely don't need RGB when you're building a budget setup. All right, I'm gonna test the setup. Let's turn on the PC. Let's bring the mic a bit closer. The desk is definitely not deep enough because there's not really enough room for my mic and the keyboard, and then I'm pretty close to the screens too. So a deeper desk is definitely recommended. Now we have to follow ChatGPT, so I cannot use my own desk stand, so I'm gonna put this light over here. Let's hope it does balance. Maybe that's gonna be decent. Now only one of the screens is working because I only had one HDMI port in the graphics card. I'm gonna try to fix it later, but for now let's start OBS Studio so we can test the microphone with the webcam and the light. By the way, if you wanna start streaming yourself and you wanna learn more about OBS, I have a free Skillshare course in the description. You can get a 1-month trial on Skillshare, then watch my whole course and then cancel your subscription and you won't have paid anything. And in that course I go over everything in OBS from starting to having a stream that's ready to go online. Let's quickly add the webcam as a video capture device. It's gonna be right here, HD Pro webcam C920. All right, now the last thing ChatGPT recommended me was this headset, and at first it didn't give it to me because I asked it for a list of everything I needed, and what it didn't include was a headset, obviously a light stand. Also, as you can see, no desk chair, so I have to sit like this to stream. And it also didn't give me a mouse pad, so I have to use this wooden surface, which isn't that optimal. However, when I gave it one more chance and I asked it what I'm missing in the setup, it said a headset. So that's one thing I did order. It's the Logitech H111. Apparently it's not a USB headset, and well, I don't think you've ever seen a streamer with a headset like this. I have to put it at the biggest stand because I have a giant head. Ooh, wow. For once, I don't have to make it the biggest size. It looks like I'm in a call center right now and not really a gaming or streaming setup. As you can see, the webcam, even without lights, I'm not using the light yet, it definitely looks decent. I'm quickly gonna turn off auto exposure, because then I can use this light to test. And you can kind of see it on my face, definitely if I hold it a bit closer. This light is definitely not diffused, it's very harsh, so that's why I would probably go for another panel. Now let's test this microphone here. I'm quickly gonna change the input to the Blue Snowball. Okay, so what you hear right now is the Blue Snowball. This is definitely a decent microphone. I did start my YouTube career with this one, so I'm definitely a fan of it. But as you can see again, not enough room on the desk here. I could put the microphone here, but then it's in front of my monitor. The setup made by ChatGPT isn't really that perfect. If you want to see other and more serious setup builds, you can watch that playlist right there. Check out my OBS Studio Skillshare course in the description if you want to learn how to stream with OBS. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a nice day.